Hi there. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to connect with MySQL database from Java using JDBC driver. So I have this MySQL database where I want to fetch the data from table name, and I'm going to check one of the columns data to be as my output. Okay, so this is my CSV underscore DB database with table name as DBL underscore name. So I'm going to fetch that, and for that we need MySQL JDBC connector. So you have to download connector J, also known as MySQL JDBC driver, and once you go to download page, you can download zip or tar, and after that you have to call for that jar file in your project path. Okay, so this is the database. Let's choose one of the column and then we will get the data from it. So let's, for the simplicity sake, we will choose first column. Now open Eclipse, then go to file, then new, go for Java project, type in MySQL demo as project name, click next. Here on libraries tab, add external jar, point to your MySQL connector Java bin jar file. Okay, now click on finish. Now you have to add one class in your project, so right click, new class. You can name here as MySQL example, add public static void main, click on finish. Now inside public static void main, we will first use try and catch block to catch our errors. Let's first create class.forName. Okay, here we will use com.mysql.jdbc.driver. Okay, then next thing to do is to create connection object con and then connect with driver manager dot get connection. And for connection string, we will call JDBC MySQL, then localhost 3306 / CSV underscore DB. Okay, then you have demo database, your username, and then your password for that demo account. Okay, now outside that, just make sure that you have no errors here, so I'm just checking that. Okay, so first thing we do is create statement object, statement stmt equals to con dot create statement. Next thing, we will have result set rs equals to stmt dot execute query. Okay, so we have our execute query, that is basically select statement star from dbl underscore name. Okay, now for while loop, I'm going to use rs.next. Okay, so choose I equals to 1, then system.out.println, and you have rs.get string and I. Okay, so it will iterate through all that column, then increase value of I. Okay, so once we do that, we will come out of our try block, and here let me put catch block exception E, then we have system out println E. Okay, and our main method should throw exception. Okay, so this is pretty much the case here. So one thing to do here is import Java SQL and rest of the other classes. Okay, so everything is taken care of. Now I'm going to execute the code and see what it shows on my console here. So click on run and go to run. Okay, and as you can see, it is printing out all the content from first column. Okay, so it's very big list, and if we try to validate this, we will find that it matches exactly with our MySQL's first columns data. Okay, so you can pause the video and go through the code. Do note that when you are trying to correct the errors, you'll find at the top Java will automatically call for all the classes, which will bring more errors. So while removing the errors, just use import Java SQL as single package import, and rest of the errors will be taken care of. So this was a short introduction on how to connect with MySQL database and execute a query and get the data in your console output.